Crashlands is a new cross-platform role-playing game from the development team Butterscotch, Shenanigans, and joining me are co-founders and brothers, Sam and Seth Koster. So thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Seth with the glasses, Sam without the glasses.
Yep.
So you're gonna have to we're talking gaming now, so we're gonna have to treat this with me as like gaming 101. So let's take a step back and talk first how you guys even got into this world, because you're quite young and here you are with your own company doing gaming. So how did this all start?
Well, we didn't really have games growing up. You know, a lot of people have consoles and PlayStations and stuff growing up. We weren't really allowed to have that, and I think that kind of gave us a really high reverence for video games, and we really thought of them as something really special. And so I think when we were in high school, we all kind of scrounged and saved and built our own computers, and started playing games, you know, on the PC when we were in high school. I got into a game called World of Warcraft, which you may have heard of, and that was kind of the big one for me that really got me interested in games. Sam, you've been playing League of Legends most of your days.
Yeah, so I had a similar sort of story in high school and growing up, and we had this egg timer where you'd get 30 minutes of computer time a day, and I mean, we had like bloody noses happening over that thing. You know, someone would come up and crank it down a little bit so you get off the computer faster, and we were always fighting for that time. And I think part of that, it did build in this sort of this want and this respect for that particular craft, probably more so than it actually needed at the time. It was intended. But yeah, we both just played a bunch of games growing up and played games together, and it was usually a fun thing to do with our friends. You know, on the weekends, we had a family video rental store you go to and browse the aisles of all the games and grab one, take it home, play with your buddies, you know, that sort of thing.
So when do you get to the point to start Butterscotch Shenanigans, which by the way is a very cool name. You got to tell me the background behind it. But when do you get to that point that you guys have like, I mean, have a big audience for your games, and so, I mean, how did you get to that point to launch your own business?
Yeah, so I think we actually took some pretty meandering paths to get here. Our third brother, Adam, who's in Texas, is actually
there he is.
There he is. He's on the right there. Yep. He's a PhD in molecular biology.
Wow.
And on his graduation day, we gave him his business cards for Butterscotch, and he joined the studio full time. So all of us have taken actually a very meandering path. None of us are trained pretty much at all in what we do.
We're all self-taught. Yep.
So I do all the art for the games. I just started doing art basically my senior year of college, not for any classes or anything, but to make games with Seth, essentially.
Got it.
So we're a ragtag band. I got a psychology degree. I've done some web dev in the past. I did programming before, but none of it was ever taught.
So you do the artwork, and then Seth, you do the
I program.
Yep. And so then let's lead us into Crashlands. So you developed this game. What is it all about? And a role-playing game. You're going to have to inform me on that.
Yeah. So Crashlands is this huge open world adventure. So you take the role of a galactic trucker who's just trying to ship some packages across the galaxy.
That's the objective.
That's the whole thing. You just want to ship your package.
And is that him?
Yeah, that's Flux Stage is actually female, so she's in a power suit.
Oh, very cool.
She's in a power suit, and so Flux is trying to ship these couple packages across the galaxy, and the guy in the upper right there, the big villain named Hugo. Hugo comes along, hijacks your packages, blows up your ship, and then you're marooned on this planet, and you basically have to, starting with nothing, you scrounge together parts, you craft new parts out of those things you find, and slowly sort of build up armor, weapons, cool gadgets, that sort of thing, and embark on this like 40 to 60 hour adventure to just ship your packages.
Wow, it's like Interstellar, but like a different version of it. So the artwork's very cool. I mean, that's really, so is your background in, when you were studying in school, is it artwork, is graphic art?
No, it's it was psychology.
Just psychology, nothing you didn't, you mentioned that, so but no art, because that's very...
No art at all, yeah.
Got it, and so what do you design, and is it a common sort of platform that other gamers
Right, so we use a program called Inkscape to build all the artwork, and it's essentially, anybody can get it. It's a free vector program. So vectors are different from like Photoshop or Paint because they don't have any pixels, so it's actually all math. And so what that allows you to do is to infinitely scale something without any blurring going on. So it makes it really easy for us.
And then Seth, on the programming side, how do you guys, you'll say, so this is a 40-hour game, and then you've like already, you just program it. So all the ride through the galaxy, this is all...
I mean, it sounds a lot more complicated than it is in the sense that it's really just a lot of really small pieces. And so, you know, maybe the first thing we did was we have to have the character running along the ground, right? So program that. It's a very easy thing to do, make something just move across the screen. And we just keep solving one small problem after another until, 2 years, 7,000 hours later, we have something that's enormous, right? So It sounds crazy, but it's not as bad as it might seem.
Well, we've got the information there. If you are into games for sure, or not, this is something it sounds like you could probably get into with. It's called Crashlands, and it's now available on Steam, iTunes, and Google Play, but just head to crashlands.net, and it kind of hooks you up, points you in the right direction to go. But we're going to continue our discussion, getting inside the minds of these two gaming brothers. So we're going to take a quick break, but stay with us. We'll be right back.